The Walden Galleria is a regional shopping mall in Buffalo, New York that opened in 1989. If you've clicked onto this video, then you know what today is. It's Monday, Mall Madness. Every Monday I'll be releasing a new video on a defunct or maybe not so defunct mall and its history. Make sure you stick around to the very end of the videos. I'd like to see if you, the viewer, are paying attention. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell so you get notified of my latest mall video, defunct store, or my Throwback Thursday videos. Leave a suggestion or a comment for a future video. Thanks. Walden Galleria was developed by the Pyramid Companies. The two-level, 1.6 million square foot mall is located south of the Buffalo Airport in the town of Cheektowaga, right off the Interstate 90 at exit 52. When it opened in 1989, Walden Galleria became one of Buffalo's largest shopping malls. On May 1st, 1989, the Walden Galleria first opened its doors. At the time, the mall had over 180 stores, featuring 6 anchor stores: JCPenney, Sears, regional chain Bonwit Teller, 3 Western New York chains, Sibley's, LL Burger, and The Sample. Sibley's would open in late 1988, several months before the rest of the mall. An additional anchor space was originally built for the B. Altman & Company, but it remained vacant as the chain decided not to open the Walden Galleria store due to credit restraints. At the time, the two-story mall also featured more than 150 stores, as well as a theater owned by the Hoyts Cinemas. In 1990, Sibley's parent, May Company, merged operations with Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania-based Kaufmann's. That same year, local chain AM&A's moved from the nearby Thruway Mall into the space planned for the B. Altman Company. The owner of the Thruway Mall sued for the AM&A's chain, claiming breach of contract. The chain would be later declared liable for damages to the Thruway Mall, the mall in which would subsequently be torn down and rebuilt as a strip mall in the early 1990s. Hoyts sold the Walden Galleria theater complex to Regal Cinemas by the end of the year. In 1991, LL Burger declared bankruptcy and closed all of its stores. Later that same year, 3 more anchor stores were added to the mall: Lechmere, Lohman's, and a Lord & Taylor. In 1991, The Sample closed and was soon replaced with Linen & Wear, a household goods retailer. Also by the end of the year, Filene's Basement would open in the former LL Burger space. But within 3 years, Filene's Basement closed, as well as Lohman's closing. In 1995, AM&A closed. The Pennsylvania-based department store chain, the Bon-Ton, acquired the chain and converted all of the stores to the Bon-Ton. On December 14, 1995, 17-year-old Cynthia Wiggins of Buffalo was struck by a dump truck while trying to get to her first day of work in the mall's food court from a NFTA Metro bus stop on Walden Avenue. The incident sparked allegations from Buffalo's African American community that Pyramid did not want people from Buffalo's predominantly minority east side to have easy access to the mall, in settling a wrongful death claim against Walden Galleria and the NFTA Metro and to prevent a boycott of the mall. The bus stop was soon moved to a point inside the mall where it remains today. In 1996, Bonwit Teller closed off its upper level, and by the end of the year, they would close the rest of the store as well, with the lower level becoming the area's first Bed Bath & Beyond, and the upper being Old Navy. Sporting apparel retailer Finish Line opened one of its largest stores in the space vacated by the Filene's basement. In 1998, Lechmere closed. Montgomery Ward, which acquired the Lechmere chain in 1994, closed the last of the Lechmere stores nationwide as part of the corporate restructuring. After its closure, half of the former Lechmere was then converted to a home store for JCPenney, while the other half sat vacant until DSW Shoe Warehouse replaced it in 1999. Linen & Wares would close at some point in the late 1990s and was converted to a home store for Kaufmann's in 1999 as well. 1 year later, a Galleon's Trading Company store was added onto the mall as well. Starting in 2000, the first of several renovation plans was announced for the mall. The initial plan was for the addition of a new 3-story wing with an 18-screen movie theater complex, as well as several upscale tenants. Under this proposal, the existing Sears store would have been converted to mall space and a new Sears store built immediately behind it. These expansion plans never came to fruition. As the new millennium arrived, so did several exciting developments: a 12,000 square foot Pottery Barn, and upstate New York's first Apple store, which would occupy 7,200 square feet in front of the Bon-Ton, and a Forever 21, a junior clothing store, opened an 8,500 square foot store on the mall's first floor. Also joining the mall was an Abercrombie & Fitch and a Hollister. By 2002, General Cinemas had sold the mall's theater complex to the AMC Theaters. 1 year later, Pyramid made a failed attempt to evict the theaters for a Best Buy store, although Best Buy opened a store at the mall next to Sears in 2006. AMC closed the mall's theaters in 2004, and only 4 days later after closing, the theater complex was acquired and reopened by Regal Entertainment Group. In 2004, Galleon's closed its location and reopened as Dick's Sporting Goods following the latter's acquisition of the former. In 2006, the Bon-Ton closed its store at the mall. In September of 2006, Kaufmann's closed its store and reopened as Macy's after Macy's merged with its parent company of Kaufmann's. With the closure of the Bon-Ton in 2006, plans were once again announced to expand the Walden Galleria. Under these new plans, the Bon-Ton former store was demolished for a concourse composed of more than 250,000 square feet of new retail space. The mall's existing theater complex, which was located next to the Bon-Ton, was also demolished for a newer, larger theater complex, which opened at the end of May of 2008. An existing exterior entrance with escalators and an elevator going up to the food court was removed, and a Dave & Buster's moved in. Additionally, a portion of the multi-level parking ramp near the Bon-Ton store was demolished to make way for new storefronts that would create a boulevard-like design along the mall's western facade. A 5-story, 1,200 vehicle parking ramp was also built to replace the spaces affected by the expansion. In 2011, Anthropologie, Fossil, Free People, White House Black Market, Gordon Bursch, and Michael Kors were new stores that joined the mall. In 2013, several aesthetic upgrades were made throughout the mall. New Italian marble floors were installed, lighting and seating updates were made as well. The main entrances were updated to reflect the 2007 expansion. World of Beer opened with a buoyed off of the craft beer boom happening in the Buffalo area. About a month later, in September, Dave & Buster's relocated to the center in a 30,000 square foot space next to the Cheesecake Factory. Walden Galleria also features Restaurant Row, featuring Bravo, Cucina Italiana, the Cheesecake Factory, P.F. Chang's, and more. In November of 2014, the mall was involved in a controversy regarding stores being fined for deciding not to open on Thanksgiving Day. The mall owners threatened to fine stores $200 an hour if they remained closed on the holiday. On April 2017, Sears closed its doors as part of a plan to close 30 stores nationwide. On August 27, 2020, Lord & Taylor announced that they would close their brick-and-mortar stores after modernizing into a digital collective department store. With over 23 million visitors annually, Walden Galleria continues to be the place to eat, shop, and play. The mall features over 200 stores and more than 9 anchors, including the newest one, Primark. In 2021, Walden Galleria was listed among the top 20 most visited shopping centers in America. Congratulations, you made it this far into the video.
When I find you.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
So let's see how close you were paying attention to my video. So how many anchor stores closed in this mall? So if your answer was 13, give yourself a hand. You were paying attention. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks.